Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within.
Crashout! I'm fucking stressed. We should not be working like this. I work my ass off and I can't even fucking pay bills, bro. And they always say don't compare yourself to others, but I see people going to Coachella and fucking like buying all types of shit, just pointless fuck you money, and I'm over here can't even fucking pay my fucking rent, bro.
What's up, cousins? Y'all ought to know that it's going to be one of them type of moments, one of them type of conversations, one of those type of lives. Welcome to everybody that is coming in, whether you are here for the very first time or you always come spin the block, hang with your girl, Dr. Worlds. Y'all know I report the tea over here. And this is not the type of tea that you sip. This is the type of tea that you take and you execute on. It's the tea for truth. I have been pounding the door down, letting y'all know that there are so many people. Just because you live in your neighborhood, you go to your workplace, you go to your kids' school, you go to your appointments, you come on back home, you don't get to see what's going on. It is a lot of Americans, but not only Americans. America affects and impacts the world on a global scale. So if we here feeling it in America this bad, then you can only imagine the people that rely on America for support. If they're not in a war, they are doing real bad right about now. Okay. But we're going to talk about the American dream is on life support. And the crash out economy is here. It is now. And there is still time to escape if you take action for your life, for your family. If not, this will be your reality. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You are already replaced. They working on your replacement as we speak if you have not already been replaced. So we have a little bit to talk about. I'm not going to hold you here long at all. I'm just going to show my cousins what type of timing we're on, okay? Especially if you look like me. If you look like me, then you already know all of the shenanigans that are happening. I want to encourage you, beautiful people. Don't be distracted, okay? Be determined. Don't be distracted, be determined. And I have had a lot going on in the past week. I stayed off of social media on purpose so I didn't get caught up with all of the distractions that we are being distracted from. Meanwhile, the real problem is what I'm about to share with you. So if you have not shared this video, please do so. They don't like people like me because I keep it 1,000. Okay, 100 is interchangeable. I keep it 1 million. How about that? I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. What you do with that truth is on you and not on me. I'm responsible for sounding the alarm. You're responsible for heeding the alarm and then getting on your pole, standing on your toes, getting in position. That being said, again, I cannot reach the people that I am sent to reach without you sharing because they like to suppress my content. Okay, but that's okay. If it's one person, I will tell you the truth. If it's 1,000, I will tell you the truth. But you guys can help me, whether they hear or they forbear. That's not on us. If you've been talking to your family members, this will be a good live to bring them on to. They don't want to listen to you because they're crazy. Let them see. A lot of people don't want to listen to me neither. Let them see. Okay? All right, let's roll. That's the first one up. I'm going to go ahead and run that back in case you missed it and you just coming in here. This, I'm going to show you all walks of life so you don't think, they want us to be divided by race. And I believe that every culture should do something for their own. But this is the biggest distraction. It's election time. Don't fall for the okey doke. Just don't. This is really what's happening. And I'm telling y'all, it's coming to a doorstep near you. If you don't do something for yourself and you want to be distracted with what's been going on, racism have been in the seams of this country. On all parties' side, there's some prejudice in all parties' side. We're not going to act like this is something new. We know what we need to do. We know what we must do. Okay, same opportunities they have, we have them too. We just got to be mad enough to do something different. Let's roll the clip. Please excuse the profanity. Please. This is a young girl working like a Jamaican, working like an elephant, and eating like an ant. She can't pay her rent. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's more from where that comes from. Just give me one more second. I'm going to show you all walks of life. I'm going to show you different, nationalities. No, this ain't just blacks are getting poor. This is young, old, white. It doesn't matter. Pay attention to what they're saying. Okay? Pay attention to what they're saying. Let me go ahead and find the volume on this. Then I'll share the screen. Okay, here we go. Thank you very much for the share. All right, here we go.
Explain to me in crayon eating terms why I make over 3 times the federal minimum wage and I cannot afford to live.
Explain it.
And I do not want to hear the pull yourself up from your bootstraps, work 90 hours a week. That's not the goal, guys.
No, it's not the goal.
That
should not
be our standard.
Agreed. Should not be our standard.
I'm fucking tired of people being complacent with this uniparty, both of them fucking us over. When my parents were my age, they both made less than half of what I make, and they lived alone. I cannot afford to live anywhere alone. A 1-bedroom apartment, $1,800. 2-bedroom apartment.
This generation is locked out of living on their own.
Who the fuck can afford that? It is embarrassing to come out and say that it is a struggle to survive right now. But
I'm sorry, dude. I feel for you.
People are struggling. And do not get me started on what my grandparents were doing. They $3,000 house. And yes, I understand inflation and all of the bullshit that they have been pulling with the Fed. Why are we allowing it?
Why are we allowing it?
And then I clock out of my shift. I am
Big one
tired.
coming up
I
here.
have to go home. And I check the news. Another 60 fucking billion to a country nobody can
Ugh.
find out on a map. What are we doing? Why?
Cousins, we just getting started on this, but I want to take a moment because I want you to look and I want you to listen. I want you to pay attention to what you are seeing because we're going to talk about it in the chat. What is your observation from these young people, these elderly people, these middle-aged people? I'm going to stop this one and then go to the next. Okay, I ain't going to spend a whole bunch of your time, trust me. Want to earn the rights to your time, but I think there's something a whole lot worse going on that we ought to be paying attention to. Not what they're trying to distract us with. Hold on. Let me rewind it back. Hold on. Thought I was sharing it. Hold on. Let me put it back on the screen.
I'm going to go get my nails fixed. I'm going to take my stepdaughter over to an adventure park to celebrate her 15th birthday that we didn't get to celebrate yet. I don't care.
So she tired.
I don't care anymore. To continue to work hard, to sweat, to cry, to be angry, just to afford to live. I'm not doing it no more. I don't care how the lights get paid. I don't care how nothing gets paid. I'm not doing it no more. You know it's bad when you're borrowing money from Cash App.
I didn't know that was.
And a lot of us are doing that. We all fixing to end up in civil court over Cash App. Borrow limit. Afterpay.
Man.
And then people tell you half favor is going to get better. No, it's not. It's going to get worse. If you don't know the word, then just say that. A lot of us have been struggling like this all of our lives. And to know that it's going to get worse is like, damn. We ain't going to ever be able to enjoy it. Especially when you've been struggling all your life. Just to find out it's fixing to get worse. So I'm going to make it better for me in the moment. I can't afford to do anything else. If we don't do something for ourselves, just to keep ourselves sane, we're going to go crazy, and I refuse. After everything that I've been through in life, to allow the devil to make me go crazy because of some shit that's out of our control.
Hold on. Let's go to the next one. Y'all better pay attention. This is the real crisis. Y'all better pay attention. This is the real crisis, not the race. Because I done showed you all sides. Colors, people, all sides. Let me show you her. Hold on, let me go over here. Get this one queued up. Nurses, you name it. Doctors, oh, just hold on. I just gotta switch the camera back and forth a little bit, okay? But I'm gonna get this for you today so you can see what the real crisis is. Ooh, y'all better wake up. Little children, wake up.
There is nothing else to cut. There's nothing left for me to cut. I have cut so much out of my life just to make it. When I say everything is high, gas prices high, I'm filling up my tank every 3 to 4 business days. 3 to 4 business days. Everything is high. Food high. Light bills high. Gas bill high. Gas prices high. Rent is high. The sky is high. I am tired. I made the most money I've ever made in my life. It may not be much to a lot of people, but to me, it's a lot. I could potentially make up, not to put my financial business out there, potentially take home $2,400, depending on how I work. My thing is, I never see the money. I never see it. Where is it? Where did it go? It disappeared. It's in my account and poof, out. Gone. 2 seconds. Out of there. Gone. Like, just gone. I'm not understanding what is going on with this economy. I don't know what's happening, but I am tired of making the cuts. I bring my own lunch to work. I skip meals. I'm going to be a 2T by summer. I'm going to be a 2T by summer. I promise you.
You're not the only one that feel like that.
I'm going to give you 2 AI tools that I use to make 10K.
The people that voted for Trump is too.
Anyone else feeling more depressed than normal lately? I'm just curious. Like, just this like looming depression. And it's not like boo-hoo, lock yourself in a dark room depression, but you can feel something's off. My take is this. I just filled up my gas tank, and for $30, I got a day's worth of gas in my truck, essentially. And I'm realizing more and more of how fucked our economy is. I went through this last recession deal that we did in the early 2000s, and it fucking sucks. And this is all the signs of what it was. I mean, how many people out there right now have no credit card debt because you don't need to live on your credit cards? I make more money today than I did 5 years ago, by far. Yet I am broker tremendously broker than I was 5 years ago. If I would have made this money 5 years ago, holy shit, like life would be amazing. But it's like, it's not enough. And now all of a sudden you kind of like feel like a failure, and you start to get in your head of like, why am I constantly stressed? I mean, are you driving around with your check, your fuel light on, or are you giving up your health insurance because you're trying to cut corners somewhere just to get some more money and cash flow somewhere? I don't know, man. I will say this. I think it's going to get a lot worse, way worse than this before it ever gets better. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with addiction. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with mental health. Like, it's going to get fucking crazy. Kind of like it did back then. And I don't mean to be like some like sound the alarms or whatever bullshit, but I'm just like, I'm watching more and more people just using credit cards on shit and just not having money all of a sudden. And never slowed down the spending. And now all of a sudden, it's like we didn't even slow down the spending and you're just broke. I don't know. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that this is just a little phase. I guess we'll find out. I just want to let you know, if you're struggling right now, you ain't alone.
Let's debrief for a moment. Because we can go on and on. I mean, the people that I seen, and the reason why I'm a call a timeout is because if you don't see the mental catastrophe unfolding right before your eyes, oh, we are cooked. How much longer do you think people can go like this? We are cooked. Just on the mental crisis, the psyche, what it's doing to you psychologically. And you know who's doing this, right? You know exactly where this is coming from. Oh, they stirring the pot. Oh, they are stirring the pot. Causing the division. Oh, it's this versus that. What's up? Y'all want to get up? What's up? What's up? We ain't this and this ain't that. And people already out here on the verge of a Fruit Loop because they can't provide. Why would they even care? Why would they even care? We are cooked. Let me see if I'm gonna play 1 or 2 more of these, because it's so much. I'm just painting a picture of where this is going. And we got the audacity to pass by people that are homeless, We got the audacity to hear single mothers out here crying. Married married families. This is affecting everybody. Why they got us out here trying to fight over race when there is only one race, and that is not to excuse anything. But this is the most dumbest thing that you can do in this moment. Because you know what they doing? They is enlarging themselves. Oh, they are enlarging themselves. Elon Musk just became a trillionaire yesterday. And your pensions, your 401ks, your little IRAs, they gonna pay for it. Told y'all better go look up what IPO stands for. See, all the big dogs, they done already got their share. Now we gonna open it to the public. We gonna make them pay in good faith. This is $1 trillion, organization, company, idea. Tesla is $1 trillion. And we putting $1 trillion out there, okay? And in good faith, we're going to leverage pensions, IRAs, 401ks. Y'all better go look it up. Oh, this is stinking rotten. This is real rotten. Boy, they set this up. They set this up so smooth. So smooth. Let's hear Mama.
Economy. How? Please. Like, okay. I just feel like I need to come on here and really show what it's like trying to survive as a single income family. Okay, we live in Nebraska. I can't work because I can't afford childcare. Childcare is gonna cost more for my 3 kids than what I'm gonna make a month. Everything I've looked at, $3,000 a month for my 3 kids to go to daycare. I'd be lucky to make $2,500 a month, and that's pushing it. We can't afford our rent. Thank God that we have landlords that are extremely understanding. But how are we doing this?
Okay? Her kids in the back asking her, I'm not gonna just keep it, but look at her.
Let's see what's in that golden egg.
Me opening up my paycheck
Oh,
I only
shit.
work one shift.
Let's see what's in that golden egg.
I'm not gonna lie, in today's economy, if you want to move out, you either need to have 4 roommates or sell feet pics. I'm sorry, but why did no one tell me about the third option? My friend Karina just got a job working at like corporate, something's kind of like an office job, and it's pretty good. Like the deal that she signed, I think the salary is like $70K a year, right? That's very reasonable. But then when she moves out, right, she's telling me that she's paying $2,500 in rent every single month. In my head, I'm like, damn, that's steep to me, right? But I'm like, whatever. She's probably making it work. She's always handled her shit, whatever. And so we go to dinner one night because I want to go see her new place and stuff. Nice ass place, by the way. Amenities are insane. It has like a full gym. They have a coffee bar downstairs where residents get up to 2 free coffees a day. Fucking insane, right? And so
we're in a depression right now, but the only reason why it's not called that is because the wealthy people are wealthier than they've ever been. It's not a depression for the rich people. They're doing fantastic. During the Great Depression, the average cost of a home was about $4,900, which today is about $90,000. That was about 3 times the average person's wages. In 2026, today, the average cost was about $410,000, which is about 8 times the average person's wages. This is not accidental, and this is not just inflation. It is deliberate overpricing by wealth.
Deliberate. We can go on and on and on. I got them lined up. The saddest one, and I'm not gonna play this one because this goes on and on. Young men, older women, a woman that is living on social Let me get it together because it's not funny. It's not funny at all. I'm not playing the video because I know I will laugh hysterically, not at her situation, not at her situation, at how she said what's happening. And I'll just kind of give you the rundown, okay? She said, ooh, I think I might pass on that one. I think I might just go on over to wherever else I was going because you can't make this up. You just can't make this up. And Dr. T would never laugh at anybody. I'm very compassionate. But she she was like, I done lost 28 pounds. And I didn't ask to lose 28 pounds because she can't afford groceries. She said, and somebody else said that too. Like, I didn't lost weight. And you know this has to be that that bad where you have to choose between whether you're gonna have electricity or whether you're gonna have something to eat, whether you're gonna have somewhere to stay. It's so many videos of people moving into their cars. They just can't pay rent anymore. Rent. This is happening to everybody. Some of the people that I know did really well in life are struggling. Middle class, that's over 6 figures a year, struggling. When I seen it last year and they say making over $120,000 a year is poverty in today's economy. You're going to find yourself either on the winning side or on this side because there ain't no middle. There ain't no in between. And if you don't think it's coming for you, it is. This is 1000% intended. Instead of us trying to fight us and do all of this stuff, let God be God and take care of who he needs to take care of because he will. Regardless to what has happened to us, we are still standing. And we need to take accountability, especially my cousins. Should no other man have, you know what I'm saying, control or dominance or power over any other human being? That is not, everybody's supposed to have power equally. Everybody's supposed to have ownership equally. And the tactics and the antics that we have used for hundreds of years are simply not working. If somebody is withholding food from me, I'm going to go learn how to make my own food. And I'm going to learn how they cooked the food the way that they cooked it. That way, I ain't got to rely on you making me food no more. Now I know how to make my own food. Thank you. Because you're not going to starve me. If I had to stay under your roof and you got to dictate what time I came in, what time I went to bed, what time I woke up, what time I could eat, how much I could eat, when I could bathe, I would have to learn how you build your own, because I'm going to need my own. I don't care if I didn't have no blueprint. I would get real creative, and you would too, if you were not being attacked psychologically from the media, from, every aspect. The workplace, there ain't nowhere you can go where people ain't talking about what's going on. This is how I walk because this is how I believe, and it is what it is. If I have to encounter something, then God chose for me to encounter that thing, and however it goes is how it goes. But for the most part, ain't nobody superior over me but God. I obey the law because I choose to obey the law. There are thousands and probably millions of people that we know that don't choose to obey the law, but I choose to. Nevertheless, I'm real heavy on respect. You're not superior to me. I don't think that. I don't care what they have sold us, what they have told us. I don't think that at all. You're not superior over me. You were made from dirt just like I was. Don't get this thing twisted. If they cut you open and cut me open, we got the same type of organs: hearts, liver, spleen, kidney, uterus, stomach. If you're a woman, we got the same stuff going on. Okay, your blood is not a different color, it's the same. And if you're a human being, then there's only one race, and that is the human race. And we're not getting sidetracked. We have to do better. And I'm going to just talk to my cousins for a moment, because it ain't just black people out here suffering. It's more of my Caucasian brothers and sisters that are out here struggling. Or maybe they just being more vocal about it. Maybe that's what it is. I expected to see a lot of melanated folks, and I did. But my Caucasian brothers and sisters, no, they letting it be known this ain't right. Something is wrong with this. And mentally, they're declining. Mentally, they are losing it. And that puts you in danger. When people don't know how they're going to provide, how they're going to take care of their bills, you clearly see the meltdown. You clearly see the crash out. And then you want to sprinkle some division. Cousins, stay focused. The best thing you can do right now is build you something. The best thing you can do is build you something. Stay focused and build you something, because in a minute you won't be able to. It is so horrible that the young people will never be able to actually build them wealth. They cannot even afford to live alone, yet alone go buy a house. They can't afford to. They're moving back in with their moms and dads and trying to stay 5 and 6 to a home. It's terrible. The crash out is real. I just gave you a little glimpse, but it's deeper than that, and it is everywhere. People moving into storage facilities. They have nowhere to go. And I always tell my cousins, you better pay attention to what's the slow drip. You better pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's happening slowly, because what's happening slowly, if you take this bottle of water and you pour it out drip by drip, eventually that puddle is going to be big. Might not look like a lot of water in this bottle, okay? Might not look like a lot that's left in this bottle. But if I begin to drip this out and pour this out, this will probably fill the whole entire workspace just on a puddle, because it's the slow drip that intensifies and it magnifies, the situation. And a lot of people are not prepared. They think, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, well, it ain't happening to me. So look, sorry for them, send up a prayer for you. Sorry for them because it ain't happened to you. Hi, Queen. Just coming through to check in and say hello. What's going on, beautiful? So I wanted to come by here, share this presentation real quick. I wanted to show you what that was, so you know how to make your next move your best move. Stop playing with yourself. I'm nobody's mother. I mean, I am somebody's mother, but I'm nobody's here mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody's boss. I'm not any of that. I'm your sister. And if I'm coming to you with sisterly love to tell you this is getting out of hand and this don't have to be you. Trying to help this young lady get into a hotel is like, okay, on the internet it tells you that it's going to be this price. When you get there, you scrape together how to get this up together, And then when you get there, it's like, oh, there's an incidental fee per every night. So the room like $350 for 3 nights. And then you got a $50, $75, $100 incidental for every night. It is so expensive to not be stable. It's so expensive. If you think that it's expensive to pay bills and you know, you get your check and then it's gone. I seen one woman say, my check is $994. My bills are $979. Like I literally only have like 18, 19. It was another young lady who melted down because all she had was $25, went to go get gas, 15 of that or 14 of that, so she can have 11 to go to the Dollar General to get some tissue and some water. And when she went to the gas station, it holds, all of the money on your account, and then it releases it. She went into the parking lot and had a whole meltdown because now I don't know how I'm gonna get toilet paper. Now I don't know how I'm gonna get bottled water, stuff that I need. Cousins, we have to wake up. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't do something for yourself, you're in trouble. And that's what the second boy that I played, he said, why are we allowing this? You know how you stop allowing this? Go and get your own. Now, you want to trip out on me? You trying to bankrupt us? After all that we have done? The American dream is on life support, straight up. The crash out economy is here, but we're going to talk about the escape plan real quick. A frank conversation about why millions of hard-working Americans, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, why are they falling further behind, and the practical wealth building roadmap to fight back. Of course, is presented to you by the disruptor. As we clearly just saw, I showed you live, real evidence. People are not lazy. So we're going to get that straight right off the rip before we go any further. This ain't an issue of people being lazy. This is not a conversation about people who won't work. Because even bums hustle. They got to go out and ask and stand in the heat and walk up and down and ask for money. Okay? This is a conversation about people who work hard every single day and still cannot get ahead. That truth needs to be spoken out loud, because the narrative that poor people are poor because they are lazy is one of the most dangerous, disingenuous lies in American history. The reality is on the ground. Over 8.6 million Americans are working poor, employed full-time, yet living below the poverty line. How is this even possible? The average American worker is 17% more productive than they were 20 years ago. They grinded in real life. Yet real wages have barely moved. More than 36% of Americans work a side hustle just to cover basic expenses. Not for luxury, not for going out. You heard them all say, I've cut back everything. There's nothing left to cut. Roughly 60% of adults report feeling financially stressed on a daily basis. And this right here is not no lie. It is affecting the mental, cognitive. You can't think right. You don't get your good sleep. I'm telling you, this is done strategically. What do you think is happening to the body? And for those who don't know, hello, Samuel. Hello. For those who don't know, I have a degree in medical assisting. I know that for every minute that your immune system is in that fight or flight mode, or every minute that your body is in that fight or flight mode, your immune system doesn't work for 8 hours per every minute. Okay, per every minute. Every minute that you are upset or you trying to figure out, your immune system does not work for 8 hours. So if you're mad for 5 minutes, for 40 hours, your immune system is weakened. What do you think that is doing to your body? All done strategically, cousin. I probably don't even go through the presentation because I really want to keep this short, sweet, straight to the beat, okay? There are absolutely things that you can do, and you absolutely need to figure out what are some things that I could do. What are some things that I can do? I'm going to just do a quick demonstration. Since I see everybody having pretty much similarly the same issue, I see a lot of people having the same issue, similar across the board. So I could go and say, what am I going to say? I could say, can you give me a list of food resources, housing assistance, free mental health, and anything else that may be needed for millions who can't afford to live life in this economy in all 50 states, please. I will give this away for a low ticket offer of $5. Okay. So I told ChatGPT, I want you to give me a list, put it together as a guide, a PDF, in all 50 states where we can get food, resources, clothing, housing, free mental health, and anything else that may be needed for families or for millions of people living in America that cannot afford to live. So it says, yes, cousin, make it an evergreen emergency resource guide because programs change by the county. The safest way is to give them, why it just stopped right there. The safest, let me see what's going on. Something is freezing up. Yeah. This is what I have to do for just a moment. Let me reshare this. Okay, because I just realized people need resources. I'm solving problems. Oh, shut up, ChatGPT. Okay, I'm solving problems for people. And I realize that a lot of people similarly have the same problem. Okay, so I told it, I want it to create me a list. I'm not creating a list. You go do the research, create me a list. Okay. It tells me back, yes, cousin, make it evergreen emergency resource guide because things change. Okay. Safest way is to give them a national tools that pull resources by zip code. Core resources to include in all 50 states. Food help, food banks, school meals, senior meals, USDA SNAP directory. And here's that website for that. Housing help, free mental health crisis, local emergency help by zip code, the I can't afford to live survival resource guide, food, housing, mental health, bills, jobs, and emergency help in all 50 states. Okay. State name, emergency resource guide. So I will put in California. Okay. This is what they need to do. If you need help finding this, Okay. This guides help you survive. My wealth tools help you build your way out. So I'm just going to say, cousin, can you put this all together for me? And I wanted to ask, do you think I should create a guide for this or an app? Okay. If I create an app, they can just go right to the app, type in a zip code, and it'll pull up all the resources. So it told me build the guide first. Don't build the app. An app costs time, development. Guide can be sold tomorrow. An app can come later. What I would do is sell this for $5. The American Dream is on life support. The Crashout economy, survival guide. This will become my lead magnet, and then it will naturally upsell them into my other programs, whatever. Okay. Then phase 2, I can turn it into an app. Okay. From Crash Out to Cash Flow will be the name of this app. And then inside of it, it will offer all these different things. And then I could charge $5 to $10 a month instead of a $5 one-time payment. Now I have reoccurring income. The guide structure. Here's the American Dream, blah, blah, blah. Chapter 1. Okay. Chapter 2, 3, 4. Whoop-de-whoop, all the way down. Okay. If I were you, cousin, I sell the guide for $5, collect emails, and then use that guide to fill your wealth coalition and go daily live. Okay, that's a much faster path. So I'm just going to say, can you build or can you create the guide using images with the correct info text? Create me the cover for this guide first. Okay. And within 1 hour, I can have this guide already up and running. It's going to create everything for me. Okay. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time right here, but I'm showing you, and I have been showing you, how you can avoid what you've seen on the screen and what you see happening to other people. And then if you would come and learn how to do this stuff, you would be able to help all these people who are struggling. If you would say, hey, I learned how to create me an app. I learned how to create me a guide, an ebook. I learned how to use ChatGPT. Now I can show y'all how to use ChatGPT. Shoot, pay me $5 to join the workshop. I'll get on Zoom with y'all. I'll get on the live. I'll get on whatever. And I'll show y'all how to use ChatGPT, how to prompt the right way, how to build you a coloring book that you can sell over here, how to create you a TikTok shop, how to create you a faceless page. Like ChatGPT will be your assistant. It will do it for you real fast. Let's look at the image because it should be ready right about there. You go. Okay. Now, if I don't want my image on there, I don't have to have my image on there. But boom, this is the cover. The American Dream is on life support. The Crash Out Economy Survival Guide, food, housing, mental health, help, hope, a way out, period. So I'm going to say next image. Boom, next image. Okay, whatever it is, chapter 1. What is all the chapters what is all included in this guide, cousin? Because I want to know, like, chapter 1, chapter 2, I need to know that. Okay, here we go. Cousin, if somebody paid even $5 for this guide, I want them to feel like they got a $97, okay? This guide should be broken into 2 parts. Part 1, survive the crash out. This section helps people who are struggling right now, okay? So I'm going to say create chapter 1 image with info. Okay, so I got the cover. I'm finna go ahead and get chapter 1. Everything that needs to be on chapter 1 will be inside of this guide. Where the emergency food, whatever, you'll see it in just a moment, okay? By the end of this, all I literally got to do is say create the next image for chapter 2, create the next image for chapter 3, so forth and so on. When it's done handing me all of that, I'm gonna take it over to another app, put it all together, download or copy the link that it's going to create for me, and instantly I have something to sell. And we do not pass over pennies to pick up dollars over here. $5 add up. Okay. 50 people bought that $5 book. Y'all tell me in the chat, how much would you have made? And just say 50 people, you shared the guide on TikTok and 50 people saw it. I'm going to say 100 people saw it. 50 people grabbed it. $5, look, I need this. If it's going to help me, save some money, if it's going to help me find some resources, here's my $5. I'm desperate. There go chapter 1. Okay. Just like that. I don't even got to do anything. Okay. Now I just go to create next image. Create next image. Boom. I just sit here for a couple minutes. Okay. Create the next image. Create the next image. Create that next image till we're done. Put it all together. I got something to sell. And then if I don't want to use my face, or I don't want to use my voice, I can go to another app and say, hey, put this guide into this woman's hands and have her flicking through the guide, shaking her head like in excitement with hope in her eyes. Or you could say, put this image in her hand, sitting on the couch looking sad till she get the guide and she starts flipping through it. She looks absolutely excited, and I want her to say, this guide changed my life. This guide really helped me to survive the 2026 American economy, and I highly recommend that you grab you a copy too while it's just $5. What more do you gotta lose? Link below. I can have a whole AI avatar do that for me. I don't even have to do it. And now I created it one time, and now it's selling over and over and over and over again. I never have to come back and create anything else. Everything is here. All I got to do is download. It's not a book, so it's not supposed to have 100 pages. Okay? What's going to actually come inside of here? It's actually going to be like 18 chapters. Automatically it knows to go ahead and introduce them to the Wealth Coalition, okay, where they'll learn all of this stuff. And then it's going to have a bonus section, 50 state resource directory. It's going to have another bonus, 30-day financial emergency action plan. And then it's going to have another bonus, the escape plan resource vault. Okay. And my final page, my boycott is building now. It's just doing that because of some information that I have been researching with all of this madness going on. So I can say, take out my boycott is building. I'm not interested in staying in survival mode. I'm interested in ownership. It could stay there, but if I didn't like it, then boom, I could just have that removed. And now it's creating the guide. Very demure, very beautiful, okay, very luxurious. Definitely can get a 5 on the side for this guide. 100%. And if I got 50 people to pay me $5, let me go ahead and get my phone out since y'all acting brand new in the chat and didn't want to tell me what's $5 times 50. Hold on. Okay, that's $250. There go your gas, okay, for the week. There go your extra food, Okay. There go your, something towards your light bill, your insurance. Now everything that you got going on is not dependent on your one source of income. And if that income goes, everything goes with it. Okay. That's my talk. For today, I just wanted to keep it right at 1 minute, just to come by here and let y'all know not to sell you anything. Okay. I'm not even going to offer any opportunities, to be honest with you. I probably say you want to get in, you want to learn about, getting your credit together, leveraging your credit, buying real estate, getting access to land, because that is the very first piece of anything you need to have in your possession is some land. You get access to all of that government contracts. You get access to some real wealth plays. Okay. Need to go in there and do some updating. Like I said, it's just been uh, a very busy, very active week, but the Wealth Coalition is fully loaded. Don't even blink an eye, hold your breath. This is where you can get everything that I've ever offered as a low ticket, things that I'm learning, new tools that I'm learning. You get access inside of this community to a lot of things I don't even give out here in the general public. I got to watch what I share. Sometimes people are like, oh, those are the only programs. We've heard those. Those are the only programs she offered. No, I don't. I have a whole economy universe. Okay. I have lots of real estate access, lots of connections, lots of funding, lots of it. Okay. Stuff that I don't never bring here to the forefront. You will get it inside of the Wealth Coalition. It is $97 every single month. But I give you action to get your money back because I'm a firm believer. If I can't get my money back, then I don't want no parts of it. If I can't see my money coming back, I don't want no parts of it. Okay, I'm just consuming at that point. But if I can go and spend $20 at a restaurant and still eat some now and later, okay, I'm getting a return on my investment. If I can go and invest $97 and I can make $500, that is one hell of a return on my investment. So that's probably what I'll leave y'all with. If y'all want to get into the Wealth Coalition, let me know before I go. It's $97, but I promise you one thing's for sure and two things for certain. I'm going to let you make your money back. Only thing I want you to do is put a down payment on your financial future. You're not fattening my pockets. You're not everything that I do. I'll teach you how to do that. It's not a problem. You get access to me inside of the coalition. Not mentorships. I made that very clear because people come in with a different perception. No, I'm going to share with you what I got. If you're ready to elevate, go deeper, do it faster, then you have an opportunity to do that as well. Stuff that I would not share with the public. Okay, especially when I know that they are watching what I say and watching what I do. Yeah, that type of information does not go to the public. We build together. Okay, if I teach you how to go and go get you a faceless Instagram, then everybody in the coalition will go and support your Instagram to get you active in the algorithm. There is no losers inside of the Wealth Coalition. We are a force to be reckoned with. That's why we call it a coalition. Everybody is needed. Everybody is wanted. Everybody is appreciated, celebrated. We are unified in the Wealth Coalition. And if you're not, I don't have no problem getting rid of you. Okay, ever. If you ever come in there on some BS and you trying to stir some mess and you're not coming to be unified, yes, baby, I am the queen of good riddance. We can have differences of opinions, all of that stuff. No two people are alike, okay? However, we love on each other. We take care of each other. We build with each other. We win with each other. That's just what it is. If y'all don't have no questions for me, by the time this song ends, this live will be ending as well. I will, this is my outro song, okay? Definitely will be excited to have you join us over in the Wealth Coalition. But if you have any questions, type them down before I go. We go ahead and get this up and pop in. All right, here we go. Instagram cousins, the link is pinned to this video. Okay, if you want to jump in, get in where you fit in, friends, it is pinned to this video, and I thank Instagram for that. Real talk. Because now you ain't gotta be like, link is in the bio, whoop de whoop, it's pinned right there, cousins. Waiting for you to take action. After this outro, we outro. Hey, after this outro, we outro. It is our time right now.
Hey, I woke up with a plan. Feet on promised land. City in my hand. Yeah, I know who I am. Door swing when I move. Mindset, watch me choose. Pressure made me smooth. Now I got the proof. We build and we rise. Open up our eyes. Fear get left behind. We've been called this time. No more shrinking back. We on a new track. Blessed and still strapped with faith in our act. Eyes on the prize. Watch the whole room light. We've been through fire. Now we going higher. Our time now. We gon' shine out. We gon' shine out. Step in faith, make a way. Big dream, big house, big peace, big sound. Our time now. Our time now. I'ma time we move. Build it then improve. Legacy in the room. We don't make excuses. Every scar got gold. Every test made bold. Every door that closed made my whole soul grow. We don't chase no fame. We came with a name. Kingdom in our veins. Yeah, we break the chains. Community alive. All my people thrive. One wins, we rise. That's how we stay fly. No more shrinking back. We on a new track. Blessed and still strapped with faith in our ass. Eyes on the prize. Watch the whole room light. We been through fire. Now we going higher. Our time now. Our time now. We gon' shine out. We gon' shine out. Step in faith. Make a way. Our time now. Big dreams, big house, big peace, big sound. Our time now. Pressure made diamonds. Now we're gleaming. Hands to the sky. We keep on dreaming. Fear got no seat at this table now. We move with purpose. Watch us shake the ground. Watch us rise. Our time now. Our time now. Hey, we gon' shine out. We gon' shine out. Step in faith. Make a way. Big dreams, big house, big peace, big sound. Our time now.
We gon' ride, we gon' ride.
We gon' ride, we gon' ride.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. If the least you can do is share the truth, and you all right with me. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so that when I come live, you are first to be notified. Okay. And if you haven't shared, please make sure you share it. I know sometimes something ain't for you, but it's for somebody you know, because God told me so. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time, cousins. Peace.